I mean, with lockdown, there's not so much new I can be doing. So recently I had this, woke up one day and I was just like, I should get back into Fate Go.
No.
I saw your tweet about that. And I was just like, no. It's like watching a friend start a new drug. You know what I mean? It's like, what? No, don't, please stop.
It's just seeing a mate like just relapse and just like, no,
I thought we were past this.
You were 10 weeks sober, man. Come on.
I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I did something that I haven't done in literal years, which is buy an Eroge. Like a Japanese Eroge.
Ooh, okay.
Like a brand new, like just came out Eroge. So I was in Akihabara a while back, doing some shopping for a video, and I was walking past like Melon Books, which is like, you know, where they sell a lot of like dojins and stuff. And out the front, out the front, they have like a bunch of signs for like new games that come out, right? And every now and then they'll also show some signs for like Eroges, right? Because that's where they sell it. And there was one where I was just like, that actually looks really cool. Like, I didn't actually know it was an Eroge. I thought it was like a standard JRPG or whatever. Yeah. But I was like, that actually kind of looks cool. So I looked it up, found out it's an Eroge by Alicesoft. And I was like, wow, Alicesoft actually just fucking like clickbaited me into thinking that this was like a legitimate JRPG when it's just a fucking Eroge with JRPG elements in it. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll bite. Right? I'll bite. It's lockdown. I can't really go out anywhere. Yeah. And I haven't fucking bought and played an Eroge in so many years. Yeah. Fuck it, I'll do it. Played it, and that's kind of all I've been doing for the past 3 days, really.
Do you want to give context to Connor about what Alicesoft has done?
Yeah, I just zoned out for like 2 minutes.
So I don't know if there's any games like that famous outside of Japan that Alicesoft... Basically, Alicesoft is like one of the oldest, I guess, like most well-known in the Eroge world. There's like Illusion, like Alicesoft, Leaf.
Leaf?
Yeah.
You sure ain't naming Pokemon types?
Leaf, Maple is another maker.
My favorite Pokemon type, Maple.
Lump of Sugar is another one. There's like... Basically, it's basically just like an OG Eroge developer. Yeah. And they came out with a new game that looks completely different to anything that they've done. Okay. Right. So I've played a few like Alicesoft games back in my day.
So what the fuck do you do in an Eroge game? Explain to me.
It's a visual novel.
It's a visual novel with porn.
You jack off or
if it's good.
Connor's like, wait, how can you get off
how
with
does that
words?
Work? So like, if it's good, you're like...
It's basically, think of it as it's like perfectly halfway between jacking off to a dojin and jacking off to a hentai.
I can't imagine how the former feels, so I...
Basically, it's like jacking off to a dojin, but the audio from the hentai is playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's voice acting and there's sound effects.
So it's dubbed dojins.
It's dubbed dojin.
That can also be auto-played.
Yeah.
And so like you're playing this story game, and you might say you just beat one out, and then you just carry on?
Yeah.
I sit there for like, 30 seconds after I'm done, and I just look at disgust at what I've been watching. I'm like, turn that shit off. How do you
with all the MILF hentai you've been watching? I am disgusted.
Yeah, I would be disgusted too.
Yeah, because right after it, you are in like a heightened state of like you're basically like a monk for 30 seconds, where you're like, I will never have sex ever.
Well,
again.
I don't know.
So I'm like, turn this shit.
So you
off.
get post-nut regret?
Oh, 100% every time, every time. And then I'm like, especially
that's weak-willed, motherfucker.
With porn. Now, if I could abandon porn, I would. You know what I mean? Like I would. Yeah, I would. If you could.
Every guy says that, but they wouldn't.
No. If you could say, Connor, you just never need to masturbate ever again. I'd be like, sure, why not? Well, let's try it. Let's see how it goes.
Have you ever completed No Nut November?
No, I've never attempted it.
Well, you should.
Well, it sounds like you're wanting to attempt it right now.
Because you'll end up getting like a wet dream eventually, right? Like that'll happen, right? If you it will. If you leave it for
a month.
Enough. Yeah. When was the last time you didn't jack off for a month?
Never. But that's because I'm
exactly.
But that's because I'm not going to fucking spew shit, being like, I can live without porn. Like, no. I want porn.
No, I want to. I want to live without it. I don't want to be. I
don't.
This is the literally. I don't want to be horny. I want to be happy. Meme, like I've ever seen in real life.
I hate being distracted from what I'm trying to do, and it just distracts.
See, I look at that meme and I'm just like, I want both. Really, I want to be horny and happy. What's wrong with that?
So you just. you just
So you see this as like a distraction from your optimized life.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Yeah, my optimized lifestyle is being ruined by this.
Oh my god.
So-
I can never hear the word optimized in the same way after this fucking podcast.
So you're playing this game.
Yeah.
It's a game. How is it a fucking game? It's reading. It's tricking you into jacking off.
Well, no, because this Alicesoft one has like full-on JRPG elements as well.
What? So you're in the middle of a battle and you're trying to jack off.
No. So the
Okay, so what are the JRPG elements?
Okay, so think of this is I hate the fact that I'm using this as an example. Think of Persona.
Oh god, here we go.
Think of Persona, where like the Persona games are, in my opinion, Persona games are the perfect blend of visual novel and JRPG, where like they've somehow managed to make two like elements of two completely different styles of games and mix it perfectly, right? So in Persona, the JRPG elements are most often than not completely separated from the actual visual novel elements, right?
In Persona?
Yeah, in Persona. Whereas,
What?
well,
It's not a visual novel.
Did we just get an earthquake? I don't know if I just felt a small jig.
No, it's probably this.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
Never
So
mind.
in Persona, right? Like you have the visual novel elements, and then you have the JRPG.
Oh, it's in
elements.
like in between the
Yeah. So
okay.
like you'd have like you go through a dungeon or whatever, and
Yeah.
then once you complete that dungeon, then it goes into the visual
filler.
novel elements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as you call it. I mean, I would argue that the JRPG elements are filler for you as well, but regardless, right? So you have like the story elements, and you have like the actual like gameplay elements, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas in this Eroge, the sex scenes times start to happen during only the visual novel elements.
Okay, so the visual novel elements are the sex scenes, and the gameplay stuff breaks up that.
So like a
What do you do
in the
like
gameplay?
so like the standard Eroge that doesn't have JRPG elements. It's
Yeah.
basically just a visual novel with sex scenes put into it.
Yeah.
Right? So it kind of interweaves with the story. With this one, it's just that separately it has a JRPG portion as well. That is
Wait, what do you mean? Like you battle? Like what do you do in this? Like what? I'm confused. What do you do in this?
well, yeah. What the fuck else do you do in a JRPG?
So it's just a dead ass, a normal JRPG game where you're going around battling monsters, leveling up.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to like a visual novel with fucking.
Yeah.
Who comes up with that? like this?
Japan does.
I'm looking at this on like Connor's side. I can literally hear the gears like turning in his head, and it's just not computing. It's just like, wait.
Why
No,
would
The gears are not like they're not coming together.
They're just stuck right now. I'm just like,
This sounds to me, right? This is the equivalent of being like, so it's a food tray that jacks you off. It's like, I don't want those two things going near each other.
What are you talking about?
Like, but those two elements, the JRPG game and then just a visual novel with porn in it, are like just two elements that just shouldn't be involved at all.
Why not?
Why wouldn't you want a food tray that jacks you off,
okay,
Joey?
look. Think of, like you're thinking about it as if like there's the visual novel like storytelling part, and then there's a sex scene, and then
can I play a
immediately,
game
and then
and then-
immediately there's a battle. That's not how it works.
How does it work then?
It works as if like there's the storytelling element, the visual novel element, and in the middle there is a sex scene. So it's sandwiched between the visual novel elements.
Okay, so there's the visual novel elements where they're telling a fucking story and there's porn in the middle, and then it just cuts to when they're done with the talking, it just goes to a normal dead ass game.
Yeah.
What? Why? Does this sound good to you? Am I insane? This sounds awful.
this sounds great.
No, it doesn't. You're just playing
My
devil's
man.
advocate.
No,
This
no,
sounds
I'm okay.
terrible.
Okay, I say this as someone who has also played Eroge before. And there's something about like hentai games and Eroges where the sex scenes feel like there's something different about feeling like you've earned a sex scene.
Oh fuck!
Right?
100% agree.
You know what I mean?
100% agree.
It is like you could have the most mediocre sex scene, but you feel like you've earned that sex
And it's
scene.
even more so in this game because like you can unlock certain sex scenes depending on what you do in the JRPG.
You
element.
like a person who watches a hentai.
I don't want an Xbox achievement. I want a hentai achievement. You know what I mean?
A person who watches a hentai and skips straight to 15 or 20 minutes
don't do
will
that.
not know what we're talking
No, I
about.
prefer the story in hentai, but I don't want to sit there and read a fucking book and then jack off into the book and then wipe the cum off my hand and go around my RPG world leveling up my character. Right? I don't want to fucking deal with it.
Oh no, like look, don't get me wrong. Like
This sounds
understatement,
like-
this is not the type of game for anybody.
This isn't like shit.
I completely understand that the stuff I like, in hindsight, is pretty shit.
Yeah, this is like, you know when they say like don't eat where you shit, right? This is like eating the shit that you sleep in. Like this is so fucked. Like this shouldn't be a combination of things. Like only Japan would make something like this because this is so stupidly like this shouldn't exist.
Well, that's not true. Like, look at Honey Pop.
Yeah.
Honey Pop.
That was made by Americans.
Yeah, I don't fucking like Honey Pop either. You there like Honey Pop?
I enjoy Honey Pop.
Oh my god.
Honey Pop was
Because
a
it's
fun
literally what I just described, but made by Americans.
Because like for example,
Wasn't that like Bejeweled or some shit? Wasn't that game? Like it was one of those fucking.
Yeah, it was like a puzzle game.
Yeah, it's a
kind of
puzzle
thing.
game.
I don't want a puzzle game that I jack off to.
But no, because the thing is,
It's like jacking off to a jigsaw puzzle, being like, oh, it's making porn. The pieces are making a porno.
Yeah, you earned it.
Because the thing is, right? You have this gameplay loop, right? You have this gameplay loop, but unlike you, I need a reward for playing this game. Right? I need a reward for playing this gameplay.
Unlike you, I don't jack off to Xbox achievements.
Most of the
I
time,
don't jack off to Xbox achievements either. I don't care about
most of the time, it has to be story. Most of the time, that's why I play games. If I have a gameplay loop, you can have the best fucking gameplay loop of all time. If there's no motivation for me to play it, then I'm just gonna not play
That's
it.
why I don't give a shit about
bored.
most games that don't have a story. Because it's
Yeah.
like, why am I playing this?
Yeah, there are so many games that I agree have
Again,
great gameplay
I can totally agree with that. But why is there porn in it?
because that's the reward you get for playing the game.
Because I'm sorry if I'm feeling a little horny sometimes.
Like,
I just can't imagine holding the Xbox controller and then just, all right, put it down, get the tissue box out. Like, what? This is insane.
For example, like a game like, for
Levels
example,
of degeneracy should not be reached.
like for instance, a game like Dead Cells, which
Yeah.
I heard, which I played, and I played it for like 5 minutes, and I thought this was a really good game, and then I got bored for 5 minutes because I was like, why am I playing this game? There's no motivation for me to actually play through levels. It's a nice gameplay loop. Same with something like Celeste.
So that's an amazing game.
Celeste is an amazing game. I went through one level and I got bored because I really couldn't care about the story.
Yeah,
so there was
gameplay, man. It's so good. It's so addictive.
But that's the thing. If it had a reward for me to complete the level, then I would have played through it. Yeah. There needs to be some kind of reward.
So what Garn is saying is that Celeste would have been better if there was a sex scene at the end of each level.
If every time I completed a level of Celeste, there was a hentai scene or something like that.
You literally just want, like, Gaunt wants to have, like, beat a level and then the Pornhub music starts playing. Like, that's what Gaunt wants.
Yes.
What's wrong?
I want that.
I think you guys are too comfortable with jacking off.
Imagine an Eroge with something on the gameplay level of Dead Cells or Celeste or something along those lines.
Oh, masterpiece.
My God,
Masterpiece.
I'm just imagining that right now.
Dude.
That would be a masterpiece.
That would be fucking amazing because, like, you know, every time you finish a level of Celeste, you have such, like, fuck yes, like, moments, right? It's like,
Yeah.
yes, I went through that.
Yeah.
I died hundreds and hundreds of times.
Yeah.
And now, here is my reward. Hell yeah. That is going to be the best jack-off you'll ever have.
Yeah.
I'm not saying make Celeste porn. I'm just saying, like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's just an example.
We don't want to loot the fucking characters.
No.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about if we had a gameplay loop of something like Celeste or something on that level, and then we had it hentai to it. My God, that is improving upon perfection.
You people.
How has
You
no one
guys-
crowdfund this shit right
making
now?
it. I'm making that.
Please,
I am making that.
Kickstart this shit. I am going to
Give
fund
me some
it
money
right now.
Give me some money. I will make it happen.
It's fucking animals like you are the reason why we have fucking, like, Minecraft sex scenes. Like, this is the problem. You guys who want to put fucking porn in everything. Have you seen the Minecraft porn on YouTube? It's fucking awful.
Some of it's kind of hot.
Yeah, I bet. Joey like finishes a level in. It's not even levels in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Joey finishes getting some diamonds in Minecraft, just swaps over to the next tab and starts playing Minecraft.
Oh, dude, do you know how hard it is to
gangbangs.
get diamonds in Minecraft? That's like a great achievement.
Oh my god, man! This is unbearable.
I can say that publicly because I know I'm not the only one who genuinely thinks that. The fact that Minecraft porn even fucking exists means that I am not.
Are you saying you like Minecraft porn?
No, I'm not.
That
All I'm
sounded like you
saying-
didn't have a problem with it.
No, I mean, I don't care.
What? It's like a kid's game though.
This podcast has been a weird one.
I just think it's sad, right, that there are kids out there who legitimately like are curious about porn, and the first thing they think is my two loves, Steve and Minecraft. I would like to see if they did that to him, because it's only kids watching these things, right? Because no adult can jack off to Steve Steve blocks fucking something. You know.
I mean,
no, Joey, come on.
no, I'm not saying I am, but
know.
I think you underestimate some like adults' willpower.
I have.
What?
I,
You
okay.
jacked off to Minecraft?
No, this is the first I've ever heard of Minecraft porn, if
Really?
I'm being honest.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen
There
it.
is
Describe it to me, please.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we just kind of have to show you.
This
really.
No.
This-
You need to describe it to
This
me.
must
and
have
then-
been like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember which
Yeah.
YouTuber made the video about it, but there was actually like so much like full on traditional pornos like made in Minecraft.
When you first mentioned it, I thought, okay, we're just being sarcastic.
No, it's
right?
like-
okay,
this
think
is
of
a
it-
meme,
you
right?
know there's like what's his name? Captain Sparkles, right? The one who does like Minecraft animations.
Yeah.
Basically, imagine that, but it would literally be like a porno
porn.
situation where it was like someone would be like, "Oh no!"
It's like a
there's
high
someone-
quality like Minecraft MMD.
No,
I
you're
s-
shitting
No,
me.
I
No,
swear,
no.
I swear,
No,
I swear,
no.
I saw one that was like Steve like rams a creeper.
say psych. Please say psych. No.
Like Steve like fucks a creeper or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
and the creeper has like tits, right?
yeah, something like that. This is legit. This is actually.
We will show you.
This is the problem.
afterwards.
If you don't hold back, right? If you let your creative juices run wild on projects like Joey wants to do with all of this shit, this is what happens, and we don't need this. We
Oh,
don't
God.
need this. We don't need this.
I don't know.
no, we
if
don't.
it's-
No, don't get me wrong. We don't need it.
No,
but
that's the thing, right?
People want it.
No. It doesn't matter what people want. People don't deserve what they want.
I don't know if it's worth. I don't know if it's worse what I just imagined in my mind from you describing it, or actually watching the actual thing.
We'll show you it later.
We'll show you afterwards, and I don't know. Maybe Juice can add a clip of like Gart reacting to it.
When we're done with the episode, we'll leave the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's awful.
this is a shit post, right? This
And
is
it's literally like it can only be kids watching it,
Yeah.
right?
It's so
is-
disturbing that it's just funny.
Well, I mean, it's funny to us, but you
Yeah.
know, obviously, I'm sure
Yeah,
the
but
mum,
like,
the mum who walked in on the kid watching it is probably very confused.
have we reached that age? Is this what our parents felt when they walked in and saw us like jacking it off to anime titties?
I'm
Is
sure.
this
No,
how
no,
is this
no,
how
I'm-
they felt now?
I mean, I'll never forget the look my parents gave me.
What?
What?
Whoa!
Wait, you've never had like your parents like walking on you jacking off?
No.
I've hit it very well if they have.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I remember there was my stairs would creak. I had a warning.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So your parents walked in on you with
My dad walked in on me once.
how big was the screen of like this?
Oh no, it's
media-
tiny.
Men jacking off on like a Game Boy SP.
No. It was on like like my old like shitty fucking desktop computer with like I think it was like a 16-inch or whatever.
I had a black and white TV.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was like
You had a black and white
It was like a
TV?
hand me down, and it
Yeah.
could like it couldn't play like it was fucking awful. So I couldn't put porn on that.